Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. I just thought I would share our last garden harvest with you. The day that I am filming this, it is about 45 degrees outside and it's about 5:30, maybe 6 o'clock. And tonight, or the night that I am filming this, is the first hard frost. We've had a few very light frosts, and actually my tomatoes in the back of my garden, the ones that are laying down on the ground, actually did have some frost damage on them, but not anything that was upright. So any of the peppers and the tomato plants that are standing upright, none of those had any damage, just the ones laying on the ground. But tonight it's supposed to get down to 25 degrees and I want to get anything that is useful out of the garden out. So I am pulling up all of the plants and pulling all of the produce off of the plants. No, I do not have to pull the plants out of the ground, but if I pull them out of the ground, they will stop trying to grow and start breaking down, and that will be easier next year. I won't have to pull anything out. I will just have to come out and mix it into the ground. It'll just start adding nutrients back into the dirt. We have in the garden, whenever I'm filming this, jalapenos. I think there's 7 jalapeno plants, 1 bell pepper plant, 2 standing plum tomato plants, and 2 fallen over other tomato plants. I think 1 is a pink tomato and 1 is a red tomato. Towards the end of the season, my tomato plants got really top heavy and they fell over very easy with the help of the wind. We didn't stake our cages. I could not find my stakes. I will be finding them before next gardening season. So, yeah. Anyways, I am pulling up all the plants and pulling all of the produce off of them. I started with the jalapenos, and there are quite a few jalapenos on here. Some of them are bigger, ones that we had missed in previous harvests. Actually, I usually let my kids harvest the jalapenos. Carter generally knows what to pick. Basically, something as big as his hand was okay to pick. Anything much smaller was not. He does a really good job. So I don't usually, go back over the plants after he's picked them, but he did miss a few down at the bottom on some of the plants. So there were some extra large ones. There was actually one that was as big as my hand. It was huge, but it was kind of wrinkly. So I went ahead and just threw it into the garden to be composted. But yeah, there were some pretty big ones kind of hidden down at the bottom. Like I said, Carter does a really good job of picking produce. Like he knows on tomatoes towards the end of the season, we come out and pick everything that's blush, just because it's kind of like preservation time, like towards the end of the season, probably about September and early October. It's kind of preservation time, so we just pick everything that is blush and bring it in and let it ripen on the counter. Also, if we have a higher pest pressure or the birds are really starting to get into the tomatoes, we'll start, picking anything that's ripe, because tomatoes. The birds really like to peck at red stuff. I mean, you'll get a couple of green ones that are already pecked at, but once they really start getting to full color, the birds really like to get at them. So, anyways, this year we didn't have too terrible of a time with the birds. You can see my kids in the background doing dangerous stuff like climbing on tomato cages. There were no children injured in the filming of this video. Anyways, he knows, what blush means, and he will go around and pick all the blush tomatoes. He knows what I consider to be a damaged tomato, and he knows to put that into the compost. And yeah, he really does a good job. He is 3 and like 3.5-ish. So he's a great helper. Forrest loves to help out too. And if you ask him to help you move stuff, he does a very good job. He gets distracted easily though, but he's only 2. Despite the lack of difference in size, they are basically the same size, but Forrest is just he's a little bit big for his age. We actually just got the boys new rain boots because their rain boots that they were wearing, we just buy like the Wonder Nation rain boots from Walmart. And I have not made it to Walmart. The closest Walmart to us is 30 minutes away. And I have not made it to Walmart in, I literally can't even remember the last time I went to Walmart. Probably 3 or 4 months ago. Like, yeah, I want to say it was probably like for the kids' birthday or something. Like, we don't go to Walmart ever. But yeah, I haven't made it to Walmart again. They needed new rain boots, so I ordered these ones on Amazon. They were like literally twice the cost of the ones at Walmart. But also, like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the colored rain boots. I really like their plain black ones. But I'm also extremely boring. I let the kids pick out their colors. Forrest picked out a bright blue color, and Carter picked out green. Green is his favorite color. Literally, if there are 2 cups and one is green and one is a different color, he is going to request the green one. He gets very upset if we give him a different color plate and Forrest gets a green plate, even if his plate is like blue. Like he wants the green one. That's his favorite. He wants the green one. I also wanted to comment this. So these plum tomatoes, these tomatoes actually crushed it. So shout out to my mother-in-law. These tomatoes were amazing. We might have to hunt some down next year. They did a great job. This second plant, the amount of tomatoes that I pulled off of it, especially on the bottom part, like it was just literally, it was still covered in tomatoes and there were still blooms on it. It was just insane how much these plum tomatoes produced. I'm surprised. Like I said, we always plant Roma tomatoes and we always plant oh gosh, what are the other tomatoes? Amish paste tomatoes, which are like Roma tomatoes on steroids. They're like just a really big Roma tomato basically. And they have a really low water content, which is why they're really popular. The paste tomatoes and Romas, and I would say these plum tomatoes fall into that same category. Anyways, we've always grown Romas. They do okay. The Amish paste tomatoes do really pretty good, but I think these produced more than any of our other tomatoes. Like they definitely produced a lot. So anyways, we can a lot of tomatoes, which is why we grow these tomatoes. Whether it be for, tomato sauce, salsa, stuff like that. I think next year my kids have, like their kids and stuff. I don't like ketchup. I personally think it's gross. So does my husband. And so we used to, hey, did you know I had kids and they like to mess with stuff? So don't mind that. That is filming courtesy of One Forest Eugene. Like I was saying, we never had ketchup in the house. Now we have children. They like ketchup. It's fine. I mean, like Cameron and I are the kind of people that if we have hot dogs, we're gonna put mustard on it. Unpopular opinion, mustard is the superior condiment. And I'll settle for some just like plain yellow mustard, but I definitely prefer like a good spicy mustard or brown mustard as opposed to like a yellow mustard. So, yeah. And if you want to know where the best mustard is, the best mustard I have ever found, I really like, like the Asian mustard that you get from like Asian restaurants, but Thrive Market's brown mustard, ugh, I could literally just eat it by itself. It's so dang good. And I've tried every single brown mustard at my local grocery store, and none of them are good. Like I just don't even like any of them now. I'm really bitter about it. I haven't put in an order to Thrive Market anytime recently, just largely because we can't really afford it. While I love Thrive Market, and if you have to buy allergy friendly food, or you really need some specific dietary stuff that you can't get locally, they're a great option. They're not like buying organic, or, you know, I can't think of the word, like organic or Whole30 compliant or whatever. Buying that kind of stuff, the stuff that it kind of offers, is not high on my priority list whenever we can't afford regular groceries, because groceries be expensive. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, next year I want to try to make my own ketchup. Like that, I think that's going to be on my to-do list. I don't love that ketchup is full of sugar and other disgusting things. I do try to buy like the no sugar added. You know what I don't understand? I do not understand why on earth, like, ketchup with less ingredients costs more than ketchup with more ingredients. It's tomatoes. It's full of acid. Maybe it's because it has more tomatoes in it. I don't know. But why is something that has less ingredients more expensive? Like, it blows my mind. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to try and make my own ketchup next year, assuming life allows that. You know, kids break their legs, life happens, things don't go as they're planned, but we're doing our best. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment down below and let me know, how did your garden go? I hope you guys have an awesome weekend, and I'll catch you next time. Bye, y'all.